This is your captain. Last week, I asked all of you to ask me questions, or are you just sitting here listening to me talk about whatever I wanted to talk about? So, let's get on with the first one, shall we? The first one is, how did you get locked in that garret? From Noah. First of all, thank you, my dear child, for being so concerned about me. I appreciate it. But I must tell you, I locked myself in the garret. A garret is a word for an attic, an upper story, a house, of an inn. It's cheap. It's easy to stay in, stay warm without a fire because I don't have the money for that right now. So yes, I shut the door and locked it to keep out the innkeeper because I owe him money. So, no, nobody, just to be clear, nobody locks me anywhere and keeps me there. I don't stand for it. Just keep that in mind. Next question. Would you recommend having a Goodreads page? From Kate. For what exactly? Is it just you as a reader, or is it as an author? I would say yes. As a reader, it's fun. You can connect with other readers. You can read reviews. You can track your progress on a book you've been reading, and that's fun. As a writer, sure, why not? The more exposure, the better. I have just found that they can get a little bit... Sorry. They can get a little bit snooty over there. Don't know why, they just are. Sometimes. So just don't spend a lot of time over there. Just sometime it's good. And add your books that you've written onto your page, and yes, that's good. They also have a promotional thing that you can do. You can do a Goodreads giveaway. You might have heard of it. You can put your book out there. People can sign up, and they do a random drawing. They choose somebody at random from the list of people that put their names in, and then you have to send them a free copy of a book, and then they agree to do a review for it on Goodreads. I have found that because they didn't buy it, they are much more inclined to give a negative review because they're not personally or emotionally invested in it because they didn't buy it. So just tread carefully with that one. It's an idea. Alright. Can you give us advice on how to write a retelling of a story or legend? Iveta. I would love to, but I am slightly afraid that I might be giving away my trade secrets. I might want to keep all that to myself. In my face, darling. See if I can decide what I want to tell you. I would say just keep reading what I'm writing. And the fundamental things that I put in the story, do that. Such as turning things around, turning it all on its head, surprising you with characters that you might not think are good or bad. Just doing something different. Don't just write Beauty and the Beast again. That's been done 10 billion times. try to do it some other way, some other different way. That's all I'm gonna share with you. I don't want to. Alright, next. Is Hermione protected by the same sacrificial love the same way Harry and Draco were because Draco meant to die for her in the room's final test? From Emily. I think that you actually stumbled upon the key word there, which is meant. Meant to die. No, he's not. No, he's not. She's not. Because Draco did not, in fact, die. In case you all are wondering, this is a spoiler for my story, What the Room Requires, what the Room Requires, which I wrote 150 years ago. It's a Hermione story. But anyway, in case you haven't read it, you don't know what I'm talking about, but I'm answering Emily, which is no. Because he didn't die, and the room was never going to kill him. So intention makes no difference. You actually have to have done it. So, unfortunately, no. Scary for her. Emily has another question, which is what fictional character or characters did you relate to most as a child and why? Quite a few, I have to say. When I was small, I'd say it was Laura Ingalls from Little House on the Prairie. I liked her. I think my favourite episode was when she punched Nellie Olsen in the face. Well, you know she had it coming every single time. She did. She deserved it. Right. I liked Obi-Wan Kenobi in the Jedi Apprentice series. That was good. I liked to follow his story. I liked Mara Jade, who became Mara Jade Skywalker in Timothy Zahn's Star Wars books. He wrote a trilogy, and then later he wrote a couple more, Spectre of the Past and Vision of the Future, I believe. I think he personally liked Grand Admiral Thrawn more than he liked any of his protagonists, but I digress. I'm trying to think of anyone else. Padme, Princess Leia. I was very Star Wars when I was a kid, when I was a wee lass. Yes. Why? I liked their independence, but I also liked the fact that they could still be feminine and polite to people. Except for Leia, she was rude. She's very cranky. I watch her now and I think, oh my word, how does anyone put up with her? She's so crabby. But she was still beautiful, so was Mara Jade. And then Obi-Wan, I admired his wisdom, even at a young age. And it was fun. It was all really fun. Just being on adventures like that in the unknown space. There are two things I need. I need more questions and I need more patrons on Patreon. So, first, as far as questions go, I need questions about upcoming things. Since we are doing Excalibur next, and that is a retelling of the legend of King Arthur. So what do you want to know about that? I will see if I can manage to tell you things without being too spoilery. And of course beyond that, I've listed my lineup, or anything else you can think of as far as the writing process, because I did just finish a book. Ask questions about that. How it might feel, what I do, rituals, stupid things, or whatever. Just ask me. Otherwise, again, I'm going to just talk about what I want to talk about. It's a challenge. And also tell your friends, help me get out of this garret, which is a what? It is an attic above and in. We know that now. New word. If my luck doesn't run out, I shall see you soon. Ta.